All right, I'm here to give you instructions on how to build this wagon. It's not a covered wagon. This page, either you got these from my store where you can buy them, or you bought the download and have cut them yourselves. So this part, there's a 3-page set. This part's for the wagon, and this part is for the team of horses, and this part is for the wheels and all the people, chickens and stuff like that. We'll go ahead and start with the wagon. Let me show you what they look like made up, just so you see them. This is the wagon. On one side we have a little barrel, we've got wheels, there's a step on the back, there's a little shotgun that goes in that little spot there, a little chicken and a cage. Okay, and then the horses are double-sided. There's 2 pieces glued together, and then there's this piece in the middle that hooks onto the wagon like this. You have to tip it to do it. Alrighty? And then the people, I'll show you that real fast. They're just here. We've got this little fire. I think that's so cute. A little fire and a little spider holding up the Dutch oven there. And a bucket, which also will stick on the wagon. There's a little hole here, so you can hang the bucket of water there, and on the other side there's another hole. If you leave your campsite and the Dutch oven is too hot, you can hang it there to cool down, or you can put your lantern there. So those are the pieces. Let's go ahead. Sorry, I just showed you my husband there. It's working away. Hello.
Hello.
Okay, let's get this situated again. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do, let's move everything away, out of the way, and let's punch the pieces out for the wagon. So this part right here is for the axle, for the wheels, and the wheels are on a different page. We'll go ahead and punch them out now too. These 2 pieces right here, they have a little bit of a different wood grain on them. They're for the seat. And these 2 right here are to hold the seat up. So let's put them in one spot. Okay, make sure everything's out before you throw that piece away. Clean up anything that got stuck on it. Looks good. Let's go ahead and punch out our wheels. One. Pull that thing out of the center there. It's garbage. And you know what? I like to glue my barrel in, so let's get that. And the chicken cage also, because I glued that in also, because it's just too many pieces if it's not. I don't know if I punched out our wagon, our hooks for the, looks like this is another wagon piece. I think I lied to you about all of them being on one card there. Sorry about that. Let's put that there. Okay. Oh, there's not separate. Well, I don't know where the hooks are. We'll see if, oh, here they are. They're hiding in this page. These are the hooks so that you can hang up your rifle or any other saw or whatever you want to hang up. There's a few options here for that. Okay. The chicken goes with the cage. These go with the wheels. Let's figure out the wagon together, because I haven't built it for a while. Okay, this is the front. We can make the front be that way. And let's go ahead and look at our wagon. So it looks like we've got a piece sticking out here for the barrel to sit on. So, oh, it's on both sides. It's the same on both sides, it looks like. Let's go ahead and just put a piece on like this. Okay, that looks good. Okay, so this part right here is going to be for the seat. So once we dry fit that, let's go ahead and put our glue on. I'm using I'm using CA glue. Whoops. That indent that I put the glue on right there was for the seat. So let's go up higher and only do the indents that are higher than that one. And this one. I think I didn't do that quite right. Yes, I did it right. Okay, it looks good. So put that piece on, and let's go ahead and I'm gonna spray it just so it's not wobbling all over the place. Here, will I show you what to do? You don't have to spray it yet. It might be easier not to in the long run, but I think it's fine. Let's go ahead and put the second piece on the other side, just the opposite way. And again, don't do the lowest. See how this one's got the lowest? Do the second height up there for the glue. And there. Okay. That looks pretty good. The only reason you might not want to spray them to have them dry instantly is if they're not perfectly parallel up and down. It'll be hard to get this piece in here. Okay, this piece goes on the front where this is. So let's go ahead and put some glue on there. And all the parts that are the lowest, and let's stick this on. There we go. I have a little bit of glue here I can wipe off. Use a paper towel. Don't get it on your fingers because it will actually glue your fingers together. If you have a problem with your fingers glued together, this is always, uncure is a really good thing to have around. Or turpentine. Or turpentine? I think that's what it's called. Anyways, does the same thing. I don't think it's turpentine. It starts with a T, but anyways, sorry, I'm rambling here. Let's go ahead and put this piece on. This is the back. The wagon step will go in there, but let's go ahead and put it here first. Okay, and then just slide this in here. And then let's go ahead and put our wagon step on. And I'm going to do that as the wagon step just by putting a little bit of glue on the bottom of it. That way if there's a little bit that seeps out, you don't see it. And then just put it in here. And I'm going to spray that, just don't have to worry about it falling off. Okay. Let's go ahead and put our wagon seat in next. So there's a little bit of etching on the outside, so we're going to glue that in here like that so the etching shows. And go ahead and just put a bit of glue on the side there. There's plenty of surface area for it to stick on both sides. Alright, these are supposed to be our wagon springs to make it so it has a little bit of suspension. Okay, so this piece, let's go ahead and put a little bit of glue on the insides of those tabs. Let's go just put a little bit on the outside also. Alright, looks like this is gonna give me a little bit of trouble here. There we go. So there's that part. Let's go ahead and put this in. Glue here, and then on the outside there. So here, here, and then on this part that hangs down. And this definitely needs some spray unless you want to sit and hold it for a while. Okay, now the last part of this part of the build is the little step for your feet, footstep. That's not what it's called. Okay. You know, I don't know why, but it seems like a little wobbly. I'm gonna just put a big bead of glue under there. It's never going to show. I'll hold it in place. There we go. Looking good. Now let's do our wheels. Oh, actually, let's go ahead and do these. Looks like I have the barrel. I'm just going to glue it everywhere. That, and then let's put our chicken in. You can put glue here and here, like so it stays in the stand, but I'm gonna glue it in place. Just don't want to have to. I don't want that chicken to get loose. And now we'll put the cage on. Okay, so let's go ahead and put glue on the back, and then on the top, on the bottom, I guess that is what that's called. Those pieces, and then the bottom there, and put it in place. If you're, I'm not sure who you're gonna have playing with this, but my grandchildren are pretty active in their play, so I might even want to put a little bit of glue so that cage is glued to the chicken right there. Alrighty, that's looking good. Okay, I keep forgetting things. Let's do these little tiny pieces, and they are for the rifle or the hatchet or the axe. And I just put glue on both sides. And we want the hook to go up, and you put it in that hole. Just so. And the same with this side. We'll do it on the sides. Oh, sorry. Okay. A little bit of spray. A lot of spray. Okay, let's let that sit while we do the wheels. So the wheels are going to go on the outside of this, and it's going to go together like that. So put the wheel with the burn side out. It just looks better that way, I believe. All right, so we have burn side out, 2 of these, and we're going to push them together. Okay, all the way together, and let's just put a little dab of glue along this on one of those sides. Spray it, and then we're going to be able to just put this axle right in one of those slots. So let's just put glue in that hole and go all the way across. There we go. Just make sure your wheels are turning so there's room on both sides. A little bit of spray. Okay, there's one set of wheels. Let's do the other. If you pull your wheels in, then you can make sure that you have this pinched tight the whole way across. And then pull your wheels back out. And then glue along that one side there. And we're going to do glue in the ditch and the bottom, just like the other side. Okay, that's looking good. The wheels turn, so I think we're good there. We'll just let that sit upside down and we'll work on the horses. So let's punch them out. Oh, I have glue on the back because these were falling out. Not glue, tape. Okay. Alright, my tape is stuck. Okay, so it looks like these pieces go to the spider that holds the Dutch oven. And also that one. And this one. So, put them aside. Oh. I don't want to put the rifle in the wagon until the glue is dry because we don't want it in there permanently. So let's go ahead and there we go, get this organized. So 2 sides of the horse have holes and 2 don't. So like this and like this. So put your glue on the side of the horse that has the holes so you don't get glue coming through the hole. Stand it up and just make sure it's all lined up good. You want them nice and strong. Okay, we're going to put it like that. Let's go ahead and do this one. The nice thing about this wood, it doesn't take very long to dry. The glue soaks right into it. Now we have these 2 pieces, we're going to glue them together. Just glue on one side, down, Alrighty. And then we've got this piece right here, and it's gonna go in like that. But let's go ahead and put it in the horses first, just because it's a little bit easier. Mess that up just a tiny bit. So I'm just filling that hole with a little bit. You know what, we're gonna make it super strong and just put glue the whole way across. Like that. And same on this guy. If you have any extra glue, wipe it off before you spray it so you can have a chance to clean it. Okay, so I'm going to stand these up and try to make it square and then spray it. If you don't have spray, just stand in there and let them dry before you do anything else. Oh, but now that I've sprayed that, I don't want to put my glue there because then it will probably dry before I get this in. But I'll put glue inside here. So when you do this, make sure you get your hook facing down. So hook down and just push it in here. It's going to dry fast because that wood has that Insta-Set on it. Nice and fresh. It hasn't evaporated yet. So, okay, now our horses are ready, and I haven't shown you the permanent marker. If you have one around the house, just take and cover up these little tabs that hold the wood in the kit, and I think it just looks a lot nicer. Alrighty, we've got horses. Now we just have a couple things left to do. Let's do our spider first here. So what we're going to do is put a little bit of glue on this, the plus side. Okay, so there's 4 holes. Don't put it on the one that's in the very center on the by the 3. That's where the hook is going to go for your pot. And I try to angle these out, but it doesn't really angle with the way a laser cutter works. So I've positioned them so that they will fit. The pot is just not at an angle. Okay, like that, and then we're going to take our hook. It's our last thing we're going to glue in here. We're just doing everything the same, putting the glue on those little tabs. And the hook is going to go out so that the pot can sit on it. And we'll do some spray. Alright, now let's bring all these over and let's get our fire glued in here. Oh, I must have done that earlier. So let's find our pot. We can put the pot here. And then stick it over the fire and cook your dinner. Whoops. You know, I think that I need to just clip these off. It fits better. Forgot to do that. Okay, there you have your way to make your dinner. And oh, the reason our fire is glued together is because I have all the pieces here that went with our sample wagon, And here are the pieces that are on the third card here. So we'll pop them out. Then again, we've got the lantern that will fit right here on your wagon. So your water bucket will do the same. You've got a bedroll. You also have a stand for your water bucket. And to make that work, you just put a little bit of glue on the tabs. And that's how all the people are done also. So just so for your little water bucket. Chicken. Dutch oven. We've got a hatchet. Pick. Let's get our shovel out there. And our pitchfork. And our little dog here. Alright, everything's out of that card. Let's throw it away. Since we did our dog last, let's go ahead and just put glue on those tabs. And we've got our dog. So let's go ahead and do Mom. Ma. And just put her there. And the little girl. When I'm putting the people in the stand, I'm turning the tab to the back. Just for fun. Okay, there's a little boy. Let's do paw. Push him back, and then we've got another little girl right here. These figurines I made so they go with Little House on the Prairie a bit, so that's why the family's made up the way they are. Little tab on the chicken again. So it looks like we have one chicken in a cage and one on the loose. And then on the fire, let's go ahead and just put a little bit of glue on the front and a little bit on the back. And put it down in there. Okay, that is it. That is how you build that wagon. Not a covered wagon. Hope you guys have fun doing that. Thanks, bye.